Hi, this is Mrs. Howell and I am your 6th grader science teacher. This video will cover all the summatives that your 6th graders will need to complete to get a good grade for quarter 2 and eventually for the first semester. There are 3 summatives altogether for quarter 2. These 3 summatives should cover all 4 science criteria. You have criteria A, which is knowing and understanding science concepts, and that will be covered in the thermal energy pictograph. This thermal energy pictograph is due December 7th. Then you've got criteria B and C, which is inquiring and designing, as well as processing and evaluating. And they are to design a temporary housing facility group project. This is due December 14th. And then you have criteria D, which is reflecting on the impacts of science. This is an in-class claim evidence reasoning, which we're going to do in class on December 14th. Let's cover them step by step. Criteria A, summative, the thermal energy pictograph. This needs to be done at home, similar to the quarter 1 pictograph that they had, which is compare a cell to a school. This one is to be done at home. I found out that they are more relaxed at home and they can think more clearly without the distractions of other students. Moreover, we don't have a lot of time left in class as well, especially after losing 2 days of class. So we'll just be covering whatever concepts that we have left for quarter 2. We have formative checks for this thermal energy pictograph. We're checking it on block day and Friday next week. And this is due on December 7th. So they have 2 whole weeks to do this thermal energy pictograph, more like 12 days. No late work is accepted after December 7th, which means that if they don't give me a final pictograph, I will use the formative grades that they earned when we did formative checks on block day and Friday next week. This is how it looks like. It's a blank piece of paper, just like the cell and comparing a cell to a school summative that we had for first quarter. On the back side are instructions of what they need to show for their pictograph. So far we have covered the different Earth spheres, and we have covered how thermal energy affects the states of matter at the particle level. And we are just finishing up comparing the transfer of energy into and out of different materials, namely sand, soil, water, and plants. This coming week after Thanksgiving, we are going to cover a review and then go in depth more on water cycle and where water particles actually go throughout the Earth's 4 spheres. And then we're going to talk about how thermal energy moves in a system through radiation, convection, and conduction. Along with their illustration, they are to have captions within their pictograph using the word bank. So these are the words that they are to use in their pictograph. Underneath that at the bottom are the dates when I'm doing formative assessment. So on block day next week, they are to explain to a classmate, and then their classmate is to check off what they have covered successfully and then write down how they can improve that. And then on Friday, I'm going to check if they have explained it to a grown-up. So if you would allow your student to explain their pictograph to you and then give them feedback, like clarifying questions, or give them kudos on something that they explained well. And then here is the summative grading that I will give for their pictograph. How can you help? Ask them about their pictograph every night. Don't nag them. Just ask them in passing, like, how's your pictograph doing? Ask to see them so that if they go, I don't have it, then just remind them, go ahead and ask Mrs. Howell for a piece of paper because I always have extras in my classroom. Have them explain it to you, like the concepts, right? Tell me about thermal energy. What do you know about that? Or, what are the different processes in the water cycle? Or what do you think about states of matter? Just have a conversation. And if their pictograph is blank, ask them to start drawing. Draw a landscape scene, choose a beach or a lake or a river scene. We have seen a river through a river walk, and I've asked them to draw a river scene. So that should be, they should know what I expect of them, right? How a scene should look like. If they have no idea how to start, go ahead and Google a beach scene that they can copy off. That's fine with me, because the main thing are the captions that they're going to use along that pictograph. So this is half the battle, is starting it. A lot of times students would have mental blocks and they have anxieties on how to start. So just for them to calmly draw a beach scene is already half the battle. And then help them store this paper in a safe place, like a folder in their backpacks. That way they know the value of their work. And a lot of times some students don't value their work and they just stuff it in and they crumple it up. If we teach our students to show that their work is valuable by giving them the proper ways, a proper way to store it, then they would take more value in their education. And then remind them to bring their pictograph to school every day so that they can get feedback from their peers. And then on Thursday night, please check their paper and then write down feedback on how they can improve it or what they did well. If I see that feedback, that will bump up their grade for their formative assessment. On to criteria B-C. The summative is a design a temporary housing facility group project. So in the beginning, I talked about designing an athletic facility, but now looking at current events, and we have a lot of people who lost their homes from the campfire, is a good segue for us to talk about how can we design a housing facility that would protect people from the elements, right, from severe climate changes. How this would look like. They will give me a Google slideshow, and I will provide the template. It will show their temporary housing within California. They will need to choose a site in California, since we are covering the different climate zones of California. They focus on the different materials that can be used. Namely insulators versus conductors. This Google slide will account for the different climates in California. And the materials should protect the inhabitants of the temporary housing from summer highs and summer lows, and protect them from winter highs and winter lows. And then in the Google slide, they will insert pictures of their prototype of their temporary housing. It should show their ideas on how their prototype would look like. It should show photos of their first design. It should show feedback on their first design, so feedback from other groups. And then it should show their second design and how they improved their first design, and then their feedback. The Google slides are due December 14th. This is a group project, and we are advised not to give group grades in IB. So most likely after this group project, I will assign a quick claim evidence reasoning on summarizing their project. And this will actually show if students participated fully in the project and if students did not participate fully in the project. So how can you help? Make sure they are in school every day, because in school, this is where we actually do the project, this is where we actually do the prototype, and then I can give them feedback on this one. Also, we need materials, and donations are greatly appreciated. We need we need milk cartons, and if you can prep the milk cartons so that they're already cut up and they are 9 centimeters by 9 centimeters, then that would allow us to start building our prototypes instead of the students cutting. We don't want to waste time cutting. We want for them to build the prototypes and actually test their design according to how thermal energy transfers through the different materials, instead of getting diverted into cutting and making these cute shapes, because that's not what we're testing for. Also, we would like some insulators, and some good insulators would be styrofoam. So if you can collect, and best is recycled, right? Recycled styrofoam containers. And if you can cut them to 9 by 9, that would help our students out into building right away. Also, we need foil, because aside from insulators, we need conductors. And so far, conductors would be the easiest material to use as conductors is foil. Also, we'll need tape to put things together. So if you can donate those things, they're greatly appreciated. So to summarize, we need materials that insulate, plastic or styrofoam or cardboard, like shoebox cardboard or cereal cardboard, even Amazon boxes cardboard. Please cut them into squares, 9 centimeters by 9 centimeters. And then materials that conduct, metals like foil, and then tape, masking or painter's tape. Okay, criterion D, impacts of science. This is in class claim, evidence, and reasoning essay, and we will do this on December 14th. So how can you help? Make sure they're in school every day. Okay, what about the last week of school before winter break? This is our feedback week. This is a chance for students to make up certain summatives, especially if they missed class. It'll be usually difficult for them because they're rushing, but at least they have some time to make up for stuff that they have missed, especially summatives. This is also a chance for students to work on their STEM project, their science fair project, which is due in February. And I will send another video on that. If you have any questions, email me at mhowell@fcsd.org. I'm looking forward to teaming up with you to ensure the success of your student in science. Thank you.